What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 28 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my kitchen. And today I'm going to talk about why it sucks being a Dallas Cowboys fan in 2020. Let's just break down the Eagles versus Cowboys game last night. The Cowboys lost their third straight. They lost by the score of 23-9. We'll break down this game. Let's start with the quarterback play. Cowboys were on their third-string quarterback, a seventh-round rookie named Ben DiNucci, who I thought played not that great. He did not complete any of his passes. His quarterback rating was about 28%. He didn't throw any interceptions, but he didn't throw any touchdowns. He was sacked 4 times, and he fumbled twice. One of them coming inside of the Eagles' red zone on the 10-yard line. Could have gotten a touchdown, could have gotten points on the board, but weren't able to. As for Carson Wentz, he played horrible for the Eagles. I mean, that dude is trash. He has 12 picks already. I don't really want to hear any excuses for why he's this good quarterback. He turned the ball over 4 times against the Dallas defense that is ranked 30th in the league. So that just says all you have to know about Carson Wentz. As for the run game, the Dallas run game cannot get going with Zeke Elliott. Ever since the O-line has been injured, they've lost a lot of offensive lineman players. Tyron Smith, their main left tackle, out for the year. Travis Frederick, their starting center, retired before the season started. Their right tackle, Lael Collins, gone. They missed Zach Martin for a couple games. He was back last night, but unfortunately it couldn't give them a spark to get the running game going or protect the quarterback. So we're definitely missing Zeke do a lot of this right now because it's tough for him to really run the ball behind that decrepit offensive line. Besides that, though, the positives is the defense really balled out. I mean, they gave up they were averaging at least like 28 to 30 points per game, giving up scores, giving up that many points. But they really showed up. They only gave up 15 points last night. They had 2 fumbles and 2 picks. Unfortunately, the offense couldn't do anything with those 4 turnovers. So I don't want to hear any defensive slander out of any Cowboys fans for the next week because guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, he finally stepped up. He made a lot of tackles. He had a sack. Trayvon Diggs, the rookie who was getting abused within the past few games without the whole season, he had 2 big interceptions. So no more defense slander for this week. Also, I mean, the Cowboys were going to lose this game regardless, but let's not act like the refs missed a clear call. There was a clear fumble by Ben DiNucci. Yes, he did fumble. The Eagles recovered it. The Eagles player was down, and then the ball came out of his hand. Another Eagles player scooped it up and took it to the house, which caused them to go up 21-9. See, this wasn't the reason why the Cowboys lost, but it's like, come on. You just gifted them 7 points right there, and it was clearly not a touchdown, but whatever. I can't really complain. The Cowboys would have lost regardless. The Cowboys are just in complete shambles right now in 2020. I mean, halfway through the season, they're 2-6. They were 2-3 with Dak Prescott. Yes, they weren't the best, but I know for a fact that if he was still quarterback right now, I think at worst the Cowboys would be 4-4. There's just so many injuries. Dak Prescott, starting quarterback, broke his ankle in Week 5 against the Giants. The offensive linemen, like I said before, all of them had season-ending injuries. Starting tight end tore his ACL in the first game of the season. There's been some injuries to defense, even though they've just been awful for majority of the season. The defense has allowed so many points per game, but last night they actually played pretty well, and against Washington they did okay also. And even against Arizona in the first quarter, they did really well. It's just like when you don't have a good offense to complement your defense cannot do anything. And especially Dallas's defense isn't built to receive the ball. Like their defense isn't built for their offense to go 3 and out and then they're back on the field. They're not built for that. Though that's how you give up points. I'd like to mention the coaching staff as well. I really didn't like the Mike McCarthy hire. I didn't think he would be worse than Jason Garrett, but it's too early to tell. I know Jason Garrett would probably have us at 4-4 right now, but Mike McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He had a year off. He came back to coach the Cowboys. I really wanted Lincoln Riley I really wanted a college coach to go with the young crew of the Cowboys. But McCarthy's all right. We can't jump the gun on him yet. He's dealing with a whole new team. He had a year off with COVID and everything messing up training camps and preseasons. He didn't really get to know any of the team. So the Cowboys fans complaining about Mike McCarthy being fired, we can't fire him yet. For the offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, he was the only guy from Jason Garrett's staff that was left on the team. He's a questionable play caller. He doesn't really design anything too creative. And if he does, they always lose yards. They never really gain anything. I don't really care for Kellen Moore that much. Maybe we could get better. Who knows? As for Mike Nolan, the defense coordinator, he just flat out sucks. I never wanted him as a hire anyway. I liked Rod Marinelli, but it was time for him to go. But where the Cowboys messed up was not making their defensive backs coach, Chris Richard, the D coordinator. Because Chris Richard in 2018, he had so much passion as a coach, as a defensive coach. The Cowboys defense was ranked in the top 5 or top 10 that season, believe it or not. But with Mike Nolan, you look at his history as a defensive coach with the Saints and the Falcons, every single time he's been the coach, his defense has been ranked 28 to 32 in the league. They've always been horrible. I did not think it was a smart hire to get him. If there's any coach that needs to be fired from the Dallas Cowboys immediately, it's definitely Mike Nolan. He's got to go. I never liked that hire anyway. But what can you do now? Cowboys are 2-6 in the middle of the season. You just start firing people, it's not going to make things better. You start getting rid of players, it's not going to make anything better at all. So they're just going to have to ride it out and see what happens. Do I want the Cowboys to just lose the rest of their games and get a good draft pick? No, because I never root against the Cowboys. I never have. They could be 0-15 facing a team 15-0, and I'm still going to pick the Cowboys to win just because that's the fandom in me. I'm loyal to the team that I cheer for. And just because you get a good draft pick, it doesn't always guarantee that you're going to get a stud player. You could get a top 5 draft pick, and the player will absolutely suck. But then you could get a draft pick, say, I don't know, like 17 or 18 in the draft, maybe even sometimes in the late 20s. And that guy could be a stud and be better than the guys in the top 5. Look at Tom Brady. He was picked 199 in the draft, and he's arguably, actually, he is the best quarterback to ever play the sport of football with 6 rings and a few MVPs to his name. So I hate that logic of let's tank, because I see a lot of idiotic Cowboys fans saying they have to tank for Trevor Lawrence. Quarterback is not the issue in Dallas. You tank for Trevor Lawrence. First off, you have to tank the Jets. Jets haven't won a damn game this year. Do you really think you're going to out-tank a team that isn't trying to win a game at all? And even if this Cowboys miraculously land Trevor Lawrence, sure, he's going to have a lot of weapons to throw to, but who the hell is going to protect him at the offensive line? That's something I really want to know. And then even if the Cowboys score, their defense is just going to give up another score. So Trevor Lawrence to the Cowboys just seems unrealistic. Whoever is available for the Cowboys, I hope it is a offensive lineman or their best defensive player, because that's who they have to draft. But that's it for today's episode. It just really sucks being a Cowboys fan in 2020, as you guys know. Thank you for listening to my rant. Have a wonderful day. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You get a chance to win $100. So smash that like button, smash that share button, smash that follow button. Let's get it.